Oh, my. So, let's follow the steps. We're in the midst of a war. Our responsibility for toddling along behind is not real. As a false flag, because I'm going to call it that, Patel comes out talking about the East Coast may be hit by drones. They may be attacked by drones, and it will be Iran that did it. All while somehow, in this administration, neglecting to say, back in late October, November, 4 drones capable of carrying a payload was stolen from Fort Campbell. Now, I don't know what happened to security. You can't take a keyboard out of my office without them knowing within 24 hours, hey, that desk doesn't have a keyboard anymore. It's had a keyboard for years. When was the last time exactly that keyboard was seen? Pull up the tapes. Pull up the recordings. We need to know exactly who walked out of here with that keyboard. But a $25,000 to $30,000 drone, we don't hear about till now, when we're in the midst of a war? Hold on. You mean to fucking tell me you can't tell us who these guys who happen to be kind of dressed like ICE, we recognize the face coverings, who walked out with the drones out of a military base. In 2025, we are in 2026, and only now we find out about this. Hold up. 2 different vehicles. You can't tell who these fucking vehicles belong to? No one, hey, I'm not talking CSI here, but we can find everybody else and lock their ass up, but we can't find either one of these damn cars, who they belong to, who they're registered to, what state they're from. We can't find any of that fucking shit, right? Hold up. The drones are valued between $25,000 and $30,000, and you put a fucking $5,000, that's all you put out there as a reward? Wait, Pete Hegseth can spend millions upon millions of dollars on lobster and seafood and ice cream machines. $5,000 fucking dollars for military equipment? Yeah. That's a load of bullshit. You telling me if you put $500,000 out there, hell, if you put 50 fucking thousand out there, somebody would not have turned these motherfuckers in? You would not have been able to close the case? But apparently Patel looked and said, oh, we've got missing military-grade drones capable of carrying a payload. Why don't we throw breadcrumbs out there about Iran? Months after this shit happens. I mean, I'm just an old lady. I'm just an old woman. I mean, logic and common sense and, not being brain dead and having an IQ above the level of a kumquat, I could figure that shit out. But in this administration, hell no. Matter of fact, we now have KKK Caroline running around talking about nobody said California was going to be attacked or could be attacked by drones from Iran. Nobody. ABC, why did you say that? Because they repeated what the fuck this administration said. That's why they said that. This right. As many bounty hunters. Hey, ICE, here's somebody you need to be going after. You need to be tracking down these 2 guys. You need to be finding where those drones are. Yeah, because it's been months. And we all know that Patel fired the team in the FBI that specifically keeps track of threats and what's going on in the Middle East. He got rid of them because they weren't. He had to go to the hockey celebration. Yeah, that right there. Trump had to have them for some cold burgers and fries instead of focusing on this threat. That right there. Again, stolen from a military base. Not off the back of a truck. A military base. Who's in charge of that base? Who's in charge of security? Have we heard anything about that? Oh, hell no. We're too busy stirring up an unnecessary war because Bibi started it. Instead of telling him, sit your ass down, we have a president too busy kissing ass and following along behind a certain person. And I'll let you guess who's on the leash and who's holding the leash.